I turned 34 in 2 days, and I don't have some big speech prepared. I'm not standing here with a list of lessons or a highlight reel of my year. I just wanted to sit down before the day actually gets here and think out loud. Because I think there's something about the night before a birthday, before the new number officially starts, where you can actually be honest with yourself. No pressure to perform, no need to have it all figured out. Just, where am I? Who am I becoming? And is that somebody I actually recognize? That's what this is. That sounds like something you need right now too? Stay with me. Okay, so 34. When I was younger, like early 20s younger, 34 had this whole image in my head. I thought I'd feel more settled, more certain. Like by now, all the big questions would have been answered, and I'd just be living the life I had already figured out. That is not what happened. For a while, that felt like failure, like I was behind, like everyone had gotten some memo that I missed. But the more I sit with it, the more I think that version of arrived I had in my head was never real. Nobody arrives. The people I look up to the most, they're still figuring it out too. They're just more comfortable with saying so. So no, I'm not where I thought I'd be, but I'm also not where I was. And that gap, that space in between those two things, that's actually where everything interesting has happened. The growth this year wasn't loud. It wasn't a huge pivot or some massive transformation I can point to on a timeline. It was quieter than that. It was showing up to run when I didn't feel like it. Not because I was chasing a body, because I was building proof. Proof that I follow through. Proof that I can be trusted by myself. It was getting more serious about how I handle money, not from a place of fear or scarcity, but from a place of, I actually want to build something. That requires intention. That requires a system. It requires me to stop improvising about my finances and start treating them like they matter. And honestly, the biggest shift this year is how I talk to myself. I spent a long time waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel confident, waiting to feel like the version of myself that was allowed to take up space. This year I got tired of waiting. Not in an aggressive way, more like I just stopped making the not yet argument. I started doing the thing, and the confidence came from doing that, not before it. I want to be honest here, because I think there's this pressure, especially on the internet, to tie everything up neatly. To be like,
and then I figured it out, and everything's good.
That's not this. There are still some things that I'm unclear on. Parts of my life I don't have a clear answer yet. Things I want that I'm still working up the courage to pursue. Patterns I know I need to break that I haven't fully broken yet. Relationships, career direction, what enough actually looks like for me, not someone else's version of my life. I'm still figuring out how to rest without feeling guilty about it. That one's been around for a while. I'm still learning how to want things for myself, not to prove something, not to perform progress, just because I want them. And I think that's okay. I think that's actually what being in process looks like. It's not dramatic. It's just unfinished. And I'm making peace with being unfinished. Here's what I do know though. I show up, even when it's inconvenient, even when nobody's watching, even when the result isn't guaranteed. That wasn't always true. There was a version of me that was really good at starting things and really inconsistent in continuing them. I'm not fully past that, but I'm different now. I can see the difference in my own behavior. I trust that when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. And that trust, that self-trust, it changes how you move through the world. It changes how you talk to yourself. It changes what you're willing to try. Because when you know you follow through, you're not afraid to commit. That's the thing I'm most proud of going into 34. Not a number on the scale or a number in my bank account. The relationship with myself has gotten so much more solid. And that feels like the foundation everything else gets built upon. I talk a lot about being financially fit, and I mean that literally. Like, I want my finances and my fitness to work in the same way, with discipline, with a long-term view, without obsessing over every single day, but also without ignoring the small habits that compound over time. Running taught me that you don't get faster just by wanting to be faster. You get faster by running consistently, by building your base, by trusting the process, even when it feels slow. Money works the same way. You don't build wealth by wishing for it. You build it by making a decision every month, and then the next month, and then the next month after that. And your identity, who you're becoming, that works the same way too. The life I'm building isn't glamorous right now. It's mostly just consistent, and I've stopped apologizing for that being enough, because I think consistency over time is actually the most ambitious thing you can commit to. It doesn't get a highlight reel, but it gets results. So in 2 days, I'm 34. I don't have to put a bow on this. I don't have the grand conclusion. I'm not stepping into tomorrow with everything figured out. And I think that's kind of the point. I'm stepping into it with more self-trust than I had last year, with clearer values, with systems that are actually starting to work, with a body that I've been taking care of, with finances I'm taking seriously, and with a lot of questions I haven't answered yet. And I think I'm okay with that now. I think that's just what it looks like to be in it, to actually be in the process of becoming something instead of just talking about it. I'm still becoming her. All right, 34, let's go.